Nevada is called the Silver State, but in fact, much more gold has been and continues to be mined here than silver. In years gone by, towns sprung up all across the state as miners rushed to places where gold was discovered. In tonight's Eyewitness News Extra, we look at a Las Vegas man's efforts to keep one such ghost town alive.
It's a scene reminiscent of the Old West, and Dennis Smith of Tonopah dresses the part when he saddles up for a ride through the old mining camp of Gold Point. As was the case in hundreds of settlements across Nevada, the ore brought thousands of miners to Esmeralda County.
Mother Nature decided to do her thing here and put all the ore in between nice smooth walls so it's easy to find.
There are dozens of mines scattered throughout these parts. Herb Robbins has explored most of them. He's learned that this one, the Great Northern Mine, is one of the biggest, with shafts that plunge as much as 900 feet beneath the surface.
Look at the work that they did, all by hand and shovel to move out this rock. It's just amazing.
During the early 20th century, miners by the hundreds made their way to Gold Point, building the cabins in which they and their families would live until it was time to move on. At its peak in 1907, there were nearly 1,000 people here. There were 13 saloons among the 225 buildings. That includes outhouses. It's been decades since Gold Point could claim even 27 residents. Nowadays, there are only 2. Herb Robbins and his friend Sandy Johnson are hoping to bring new life to this town. Sandy now offers bed and breakfast accommodations in several cabins that Herb has lovingly restored.
Well, to me, it's very important to save these buildings because they don't make these anymore, and they're rapidly disappearing in the Old West at an alarming rate.
But saving the old buildings takes time and money. Herb Robbins now owns about half the buildings in town, thanks in part to a $220,000 video poker jackpot he won a couple of years ago. But it'll take even more money, much more, if additional buildings are to be rescued before they crumble.
My goal is before I pass away from this world is I want all these buildings fully restored. By the time I get finished, they'll last 100 years past my lifetime.
Very pretty. If you are interested in visiting Gold Point, Herb Robbins will be giving free tours this weekend. Town's located off State Route 266, about 15 miles west of US 95, about 50 miles north of Beatty. There's a map and loads more information about Gold Point and other Nevada ghost towns available on our website. Just visit us at klastv.com.
I'd like to mention those pictures were shot by Bart Bischoff, one of our photojournalists who is leaving us today.